Hey guys, okay, so this is going to be part two because my phone cut off with the recording. I'm telling you, the adventures never cease. So you'll see a few seconds of repeat from the last video, and this is part two. Here we go. So it started December 1st, and I was watching Tracy's progress. All of you guys know this. I don't know why I'm holding it up like that. Everybody knows what that is. So I was watching Tracy's progress, and before my experience with Josephine and beading, I was lured in by the sparkle of the beads. So now that we all know how I feel about beading, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how that's going to go. Because, she takes a few beads, and apparently, from what I understand, this is only half of them. I don't know. So I have this was in my stash, 28 count, which I understand is a must. And Kelly reiterated that on one of her videos. She took spectacular notes on the things that she's learned about the angel of love. I love that she took these notes, and I was paying attention. But one of the things that I also heard is that with all these beads, she has to be done on 28 count. It's non-negotiable. So I had this in my stash, 20 by 27 inches of mushroom evenly. Nothing fancy. So that's that. One of my most recent stash acquisitions. That's what it's called. Now this piece, I'm telling you, this was just. This is the Siddhartha sampler. Let me tell you a little story about this. This is a poem that, when I first met my husband, he told me that his mother used to read this to him all the time when he was younger and throughout his young adult life. Basically, he heard this poem from his mother from the time he was a boy to growing into a man, and he loves this poem. And one day, a couple years back, I don't know, stalking some cross-stitch site. I don't know what it was. And I came across this sampler. And it was out of print. I searched high and low. Because I decided so many things I was going to do with this sampler. We might tumble in a minute because you're being propped up on a box here and I might mess it up. But anyway, I had so many plans for this sampler. I was going to complete it and give it to him for his 50th birthday, which was this past October. So that didn't happen. Because I never found the pattern. I put an APB out on Facebook, Instagram, asking, has anybody ever seen this sampler? Jessie Marie, bless your heart, she went searching and she found a website that she pointed me to. It was somewhere in the UK and they didn't even have it. I just couldn't find it anywhere. I even got so desperate, I said I was going to make my own. Yeah, that's not my thing. Making my own patterns, especially with this many words in it. But anyway, I found out about this Stash and Unload group on Facebook, maybe about a month ago, a few weeks ago, not a month. And I went on the Stash and Unload group just to see what it was. I've heard about it, I've never been on it, so I went on it. I don't remember if I had to get approved to go in, but anyway, long story short, I went on and I scrolled down and like 3 patterns in, there it was. There it was. And I honestly didn't care what it would cost. I just couldn't believe it. And this is the Siddhartha sampler by Indigo Rose. It's copyrighted in 1996. I don't know how long it's been out of print, but I've been looking for this for almost 2 years. And it's just, I found it. And it was a very good price. I want to say $10, $9, $10, $12. I don't know, but to me, it was priceless. Because I'm telling you, my husband's not a salty, but it's going to make him cry. If I stitch this up and give it to him, he's going to be done. And I'm trying to take this out of the package. It's never even been done. She told me it's never even been opened. some specialty stitches in there. But let me read, if you don't mind, if you will indulge me. I'd like to read the poem to you, so if you're not familiar, you understand how special it is. And I would like to think, like, hearing these words from being a young boy growing into a man, I would like to think that this played quite the role into developing him into the person that he is, which is a pretty spectacular person. So this is Desiderata by Max Ehrmann, written in 1927. Go placidly amid the noise and haste. Remember what peace there may be in silence. Sorry, that's why I'm struggling. 1 second. Okay. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially, do not feign affection. Neither be critical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. I'm going to read that line again. Neither be critical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take firmly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt, the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful, strive to be happy. How great is that? And there we have it. Desiderata in a cross stitch. It will be done. So, it's about, I don't know how many pages long. It's not really clear how many pages it is. Well, it says it's 5 pages, but they're big pages. It's almost like a book. And then it says it includes rice stitch, eyelet, rhodes, and double cross stitch. So there's some specialty stitches in there. I'm just so excited. Queen stitch. I've never heard of queen stitch. Ooh, I just saw a hardhanger row. Oh my god, it's hardhanger. Oh my god. Okay, I just freaked out. Oh god. Okay. hardanger before. I had no plans to do hardanger. So there's a long arm cross stitch, a vertical cross stitch, queen stitch, a plaited stitch variation 1 and 2, rice stitch, herringbone stitch, Rhodes stitch variations 1 and 2, eyelets variation 1 and 2, triple rice stitch, double cross stitch, four-sided stitch, foliage stitch, alternating double back stitch. Holy specialty stitches, that man. That's a lot. That's, oh my god. So this really got quite serious. Because I looked at it, but I didn't look at all the specialty stitches, and I'm stumbling over myself because I'm still stuck on the fact that it said hardanger. I don't do that. I don't do hardanger. We don't do that here. We don't. That's really fancy. So oh my gosh. So we're gonna work on that. So it calls for that really threw me. It gives instructions for using anchor threads or DMC. It also calls for Karen water lilies, peacock, capiole, and wildflowers in peacock. But it gives an alternative for the chronic soie d'Alger. I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's what we're going with. And I think I might go there. I think I might, because it's such a special piece, I think I might do it all in the silks. I think I may do that. It calls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 skeins of the soie d'Alger, dichronic, so that's what I'm going to use. And then the Karen water lilies, and then I can't get this back in the bag. The water lilies and the wildflowers. So I think I'm going to go all out on that one. So this, I don't know when I'm going to do this. Maybe our anniversary is in July. This is December. I can do this in 7 months. Can I? I can do it. I can do it. I may do it by our anniversary. We'll see how that goes. Am I still recording? I'm still recording. It hasn't come out yet. So I don't know if I'm going to go into all my needle minders today. I might save that for my next video with all my other stuff that came in. But I do want to share something very special that I received. I have, it was a while back, Carolyn, the wonderful Carolyn Mazio, love her to death. Hey, Carolyn. Said that she was going to send me, she had completed her, you might have seen her picture of the macaws that she completed on black fabric. I think she posted a picture on Facebook or Instagram. She completed it a while ago, and I absolutely adored it. I thought it was so beautiful. And she was kind enough to gift the pattern to me. She said she would never stitch it again. It's the original. She was kind enough to say that she would gift it to me. And, naturally, I was so grateful, so grateful. I just thought it was just so generous and kind for her to even offer. So she said she would send this to me. And Carolyn, being the special spirit that she is, the special, beautiful, and kind spirit that she is, decided that she wanted to be extra generous and add a few other things to this care package that she was sending me. And my gosh, I received the care package. She sent me a picture of it, and I was like a kid. I'm telling you, I was like a little kid, because I saw that she wrapped it in Christmas wrapping paper with a card attached that said Merry Christmas. And the card is downstairs. It's still up with our Christmas cards. I have the envelope because I saved everything. But the card is downstairs, so I'll make sure to show it in my next video. But this is the card that she sent with her little Merry Christmas Santa embellishment and the little Australia sticker on the back. And the card is beautiful. It's a hand-stitched card, of course, with my initial L. And I opened it. I received the package well before Christmas. Let me say that first. I received the package maybe about 3 weeks before Christmas, and I told her, I said, I'm not going to open it until Christmas Day. I'm not going to open it because it was just so special. And I don't know. I was like a kid. So I gave it to my husband, and here's the funny part. I told him, put it away. I don't want to look at it. And he didn't. He didn't put it away, which was fine. But when I was wrapping Christmas presents, this is how insane and excited I was. I wrapped it. I wrapped it in the envelope. It was still in the envelope from Australia. I didn't open it. I just peeked inside a little bit, but I wrapped the entire envelope in Christmas paper, in Christmas wrapping paper, so I could open it again on Christmas. It was so silly. But anyway, I wrapped the whole thing. So Christmas Eve, we're sitting around, and my daughter says, "Can I open one gift?" And she did. And she said, she asked if I wanted to open one gift, and my husband, if he wanted to open one gift. And, he was like, no, he was being a good little doobie. But I said, yes, I'm going to open one gift. And I opened Carolyn's. And I'm so glad that I did it when I did, because I opened this thing so slowly and gingerly, and I just relished every single second of it. It blew me away. It blew me away. So I'm going to share this with you, and I'm sorry, Carolyn, if this embarrasses you, but it was spectacular, and I will cherish all of this always. I can't thank you enough. So this is how it all started. It started with this beautiful pattern right here. I've seen her post her picture. She's completed this pattern, and because I love the macaws, I love this so much, she was generous enough to say, let me get this to you. You can see it's the original pattern that she sent and gifted to me from Artisy. So that in and of itself made my day. You know what I mean? But then there was more. So inside, because she knows how much I adore culturally diverse patterns, she sent me this, Going to Market by Dimensions, the full kit. How sweet was that? So thoughtful, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful. And then there was more. She sent me a beautiful postcard, which I lovingly called a dingo at first. I don't know why I thought this was a dingo. This is a kangaroo, people. I don't know why I thought it was a dingo. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's a beautiful postcard all the way from Australia. And I keep saying all the way from Australia because it's all the way from Australia, with a beautiful handwritten note from my Aussie stitching friend Carolyn. Beautiful note, just so thoughtful, just amazing. Then I received this little handkerchief with Australian butterflies all over it. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. I really don't know. Or if Carolyn is just in tune to me, but I love butterflies. Love butterflies. I love them. And here we have a handkerchief with Australian butterflies all over them. So, like I said, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I love them. So I have the Australian leafwing, this beautiful orange one right here. The blue-banded eggfly, the wanderer, which reminds me of the monarch butterfly, which is one of my favorites. The red lacewing. Can't read through it. Common grass yellow butterfly. I'm going to mispronounce this, so Carolyn, please, on one of your next videos, tell me if I'm mispronouncing this. Cairns birdwing. How beautiful is that? Oh, I'm sorry, Ulysses butterfly and the blue triangle butterfly. How special is that? And then I received this beautiful pouch that says Australia. Of course, it has the kangaroo. I think this is a kiwi. Is that a platypus? A duck-billed platypus? I think that's a duck-billed platypus. I'm going to say that's a turtle, but I'm going to venture to guess it's a particular type of turtle. And I don't know what that is. But I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find out. This beautiful pouch with a zipper that says Australia on it, so that was super special. And there is stuff inside. So, first of all, she put so many things in these beautiful little pouches, which I thought was just an extra special touch. So inside, I received a wonderful pair of scissors. Isn't that something? Aren't they beautiful? Carolyn, Carolyn, Carolyn. Simply adore you. Then she asked me, was there anything special? When she first told me about the pattern that she was going to send me, she asked me, is there anything special that you would like from Australia? And I said, you know, I would love a magnet, because I love collecting magnets. Anywhere I go, I pick up a magnet. Or if somebody goes somewhere special, I ask them to bring me back a magnet. You know, and I'm one of those tacky people that has them. I've been told it's tacky. I don't care. I had them all over my refrigerator, all different colors, shapes, and sizes. And now I have Australia, which I'm not sure in my lifetime I ever would have obtained. So, very special. Very special. And not only do I have an Australia magnet, but I also have an Australia needle minder that Carolyn made me. And I also won her giveaway on Instagram last week, so I have two now. And a boomerang. And I told my husband, he is so funny. There it is closer. I'm sorry, I'm talking and showing. She made this herself. Thank you, Carolyn. But I told him that I won the giveaway from Carolyn, and it was a boomerang. He got so excited because he thought it was a real boomerang, and I had to talk him off the ledge, bring him down a little bit. I'm like, no, honey, she's not sending us a boomerang. It's a needle minder, but it's a boomerang. So, I tell you, funny. And then this was extra special. All of it was extra special that you just kept going. Cascade House Australia Shredded Silk. I got two beautiful skeins, and it's so soft, and it's 8.4 yards of stranded silk. This is in colorway 7945. There's no name. And this is a beautiful peach variegated in colorway 3155. So it's peach and tans and oranges. Can you see that? That's a little, well, there you go. Some peaches and tans and oranges. And this one is more earth tones, greens and tans and browns. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I have all of this stuff. If that wasn't enough, this lady, if that was not enough, wrapped inside my package was, I mean, this was so special. I'm like saving the stamps from the envelope. You know what I mean? I was just so touched. If that's not enough, inside the package was this tote bag. And I'm thinking, oh, she sent me a project bag too. And it was just everything, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you know I have a very special little pug named Bella. Or as we call her, Bella Butt. I call her Bella Butt. Nobody else calls her that. But Bella is this super sweet pug that is just the light of our lives. She's extra special, extra sweet. So, Carolyn, I don't know how you found this, sent me this tote bag that says, if you liked it, then you should have put a pug on it. you should have put a pug on it. So anyway, when I saw this, yeah, I actually did that. I sang, I did the dance, I did all of that. It was the best, and I'm so glad. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm so glad I decided to open this with my family on Christmas Eve, because I took so long. We take turns opening our gifts. We go, like I'll open one, my husband will open one, daughter will open one. We go, take turns. So whoever was behind me, whoever was next to open a gift would have been so bad, because I was taking so long and just caressing everything, and they looked at me like I was crazy with the card, because I was just caressing the card and lovingly touching the stitches, because you stitched it yourself. And I'm telling you, you didn't have to do this. And it was just, this is one of those, how you receive something special in a lifetime that you will absolutely never forget, and never forget the way that it made you feel. This is one of those things. It wasn't, the fact that you sent me a gift. It was the thought that you put into it, where you made it something that you knew I would love and that was special to me. That meant the world. And I'm saying this here because I know I thanked you on Facebook and Instagram, but I just really want you to know how much this meant. It was something special, Carolyn, and thank you. Thank you so much, really. It was amazing, and I just had to share it with everybody, but just show my appreciation, because you didn't have to do that, but I'm so grateful that you did. So thank you. So here we are at 57 minutes. I'm going to show the needle minders that I've obtained over the past few months, but I'm not going to show them all right now. What I'm going to show right now is maybe about 2 months ago, a couple of months ago, I purchased a Ouija board needle minder. I thought it was cute. I really just thought it was cute and it was different, and I've never seen a Ouija board needle minder. And it wasn't until I was watching Emily's videos on YouTube, I didn't realize that she collected Ouija boards. She's really into them. She collects them, and here I am with this Ouija board needle minder. So I sent her a message, and I was like, hey, I have this Ouija board needle minder. I have so many right now. I would love to just gift this to you, because granted, I love my needle minders, but I got enough. I'm good. Where I wouldn't appreciate that as much as I knew that she would. So I wanted to gift it to her, and I did. So I thought nothing of it. It was going to a good home, and I knew she would appreciate it, and it brought me joy to be able to do it. So this one night, I'm sitting home and I'm stitching, and I get this message on my phone, and I think she said, like, hey, have you gotten any, Happy Mail lately? And I'm like, no, I've kind of been on a stash diet, and I wasn't really buying anything the past few months. The last thing I bought was the Angel of Love, but before that I wasn't really buying stuff. I was just focusing on my projects. And she's like, you sure you haven't checked your mailbox lately or something? And I'm like, I haven't ordered anything. She says, well, I have a tracking number that says a certain little package arrived in your mailbox today. And I read it, and I just stared at it for a minute, like, what is she saying? Because I'm not sure that anybody has ever sent me anything prior to that. Not like anything in the mail. So I'm like, what is she saying? And I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, oh my God, did Emily send me something? And it was so funny. When I realized what she said, I ran out of the house. I was so excited. I ran out of the house. Like when you're sitting in the house and you have on your sweatpants and that ratty t-shirt and those ugly slippers, and you're not expecting anybody but family to see you, so you don't care. Yeah, I was just like that. And I didn't care. I ran out of the house with what I had on. I think I had on mismatched slippers, as a matter of fact. And I ran to the mailbox, and my husband looked at me like, where the hell are you going looking like that? Seriously, it was like 9:30 at night. Looked a little crazy. And it's okay. But I ran to the mailbox, and sure enough, there was a package in there, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, And it wasn't even what was in it. I was just so excited. Like, I can't believe Emily sent me something, you know. It's very special. I get excited about things like that. So I opened it up, and she had this beautiful handwritten card. And I'm not going to go into what the message said, but it was just such a sweet card, you know. Talking, just basically thanking me for what I sent her. And, you know, sometimes kindness is returned in the universe. And I'm a firm believer in that. So I 100% agreed with that. But she was kind enough to not only send needle minders, but she sent me needle minders that she made, which to me is so special. It's so special to, you know, with my Flosstube friends, when you take the time to make something, it just, man, it just hits a soft spot with me. So the first one she sent was the Queen of Wands. My absinthe isn't in here. I just realized, wait a minute, where's my absinthe? One moment. I'm going to show you that next time, okay? She sent me another one, an absinthe one that reminded me of the posters that my grandparents used to have in their house. I'm going to tell you the story about it when I show it to you. She also sent me the High Priestess. And a beautiful compass. And I believe she sent the same thing to Ed, the tattooed stitcher, the same compass. And I said to him, I said, it's kind of cool that she made this for us, and she has the same one, so it's, you know, it's a little special. Like, no matter where we are, we always know how to find each other because we have the little compass. So I thought that was kind of special. And then, oh, she was so generous. We share a spirit animal. Our spirit animal is the owl. So she made me an owl needle minder. And then she sent me another owl magnet, not a needle minder, but just a magnet, to put on my fridge. And it's there because she knows I like magnets, I think. Or maybe you didn't know I like magnets, but I have a thing for magnets. I just said it. I have a thing for magnets. So that's on my fridge. So that was very special, and I just wanted to thank you as well, Emily. That was so thoughtful and so awesome, and I cherish this stuff. But my absinthe, the absinthe one that I'm going to show in the next video, that was with me on Josephine through